I'll be back.
I'll be back.
And I am back. For good. Welcome to Durbania, I'm Durbin, and this is my spoiler-free review for Terminator: Dark Fate. Is it a good movie? Is it a worthy sequel to Terminator 2 and worth checking out this weekend? My answer to those questions, yes. I'm giving the movie a solid B+. If you've been looking at my Terminator reviews, that's the same grade that I gave the first Terminator movie, and that's kind of where it sits with me. Terminator 2 is just outstanding. I really enjoyed that movie, and I liked where it left us. Did Sarah Connor, John Connor, and the T-800 actually change the future? The whole fate versus free will. They're making new choices now. How did they alter the future? And I feel like Terminator Dark Fate did a really good job continuing forward from that question. Did they alter the future? And what is it that they altered? So I thought it was a good look into all of that. First off, I thought there were some solid characters introduced. So the new ones, you have Danny, and she's kind of the Sarah Connor role in this. She's got the destiny. The Terminators are coming back to kill her. A protector sent back. And she's interesting to me because of her arc throughout the movie, because she starts from those humble origins, can't even drive a car, but she grows and she changes as the movie develops, as she begins to take steps into her calling. And it's really cool to see her grow from the very beginning of the movie where she starts to where she ends. And so I thought she had a really interesting journey throughout the plot of this movie. Then you have Grace, who is the protector sent back in time. Now, when you look at the trailers, I only watched the teaser before going into this, so I was like, okay, what are they going to do? Are they going to play off the whole Terminator Salvation hybrid idea, or what they did in Terminator Genesis with John Connor? And I'm glad to say not really. It definitely has some similarities to that, but it's interesting what they do with this character Grace and how she's augmented, and the strengths of her being augmented as well as the weaknesses of that. All of that was really, really interesting. And then you got the new model Rev 9, our villain of this. And I thought Rev 9 was an interesting Terminator. You know, first little T-1000E, and you could see in the trailer, though, it's different in the fact that the liquid metal goes off the body, and the body's still driving, and the liquid metal's ready to fight. That added a lot of interesting aspects to this character and made him a really good villain. It reached the point where I went, how are they going to defeat this dude? Even bringing Arnold on here, how are they going to defeat this dude?
Do you believe in fate, Sarah?
Speaking of Arnold, bringing Linda Hamilton back as Sarah Connor, Arnold Schwarzenegger back to be the T-800, it was just so awesome to have both of these characters back. Sarah Connor was just great. She was strong. You can see that she's developed from Terminator 2, and she's just got that roughness. She's settled into it as she's older now, and she's, you know, as she says in the trailer, she's hunting Terminators.
My son John and I stopped it. Saved 3 billion lives. Enough of a resume for you.
Yeah, hardcore. And it's really interesting, her relationship with the T-800, because as we saw in Terminator 2, the one that sacrificed himself, John Connor and him were developing a father-son type relationship. And we could see that this Terminator was able to learn and grow, and in a sense was growing emotionally. And I feel like they did a creative way to have this Terminator be growing emotionally, and they gave an interesting relationship between Sarah Connor and the T-800.
When we're done, I am going to kill you.
The action was amazing, so the pacing was really good. The story kept moving forward to me, and I really enjoyed all of that. One of the things for sure that kept this movie at a B+ for me was the symbolism that was in this movie, and they were pretty heavy with the symbolism. There were some things with biblical names, and so when they send this model back called a Rev 9, I thought, okay, there's already some biblical symbolism in some of the names. I'm going to look up Revelation chapter 9. And I did. And Revelation chapter 9 is about this angel with the key to the abyss. It unlocks the abyss, and these demon locust creatures come out whose mission is not to harm the trees or the grass or the earth, but it's to harm the people. And it was given that authority. And so there were elements where this Rev 9 would move and remind me of a locust or something, how it moved. And I thought that was really interesting. But even more so, you have this creature straight out of the book of Revelation sent back in time to hasten the judgment of man. But grace intervened, and grace led Danny to her full potential. So there was interesting symbolism in this movie that I found incredibly awesome. So B+. What did you think of Terminator Dark Fate, and what is your favorite Terminator movie? Let's talk about that in the comments. And while you're there, hit the subscribe button to become a Durbanian, and hit that bell by the subscribe button so you're notified for the next movie review, ranking video, theological analysis, or anything else I do here, like my awesome ranking of all the Terminator movies that I'm going to do with Stevie over at the YouTube channel Film Trigger. We're going to be doing that here real soon, ranking all of these movies worst to best. So hit that subscribe button and that bell so you're notified when that video drops. I'm Durbin. Thanks for checking out Durbania.